With Natalia Silva being fresh off her dominant decision win against Jessica Andrade and cracking the top six, in this video, I want to discuss how I think she would do against the rest of the division, the top five, including the champion. I mean, I've already kind of done a few separate breakdowns, but I'm going to talk about everyone, her versus everyone in the top five as a whole. And we're going to see just how far can Natalia Silva go? What is her ceiling? Is she a future champion? Well, in this video, let's hear DJC's takes. So at number 5, you got Thug Rose Namajunas. This is a tricky one because I think Rose has the skills to beat her, and so blatantly. I really do. She's more well-rounded. She can match the striking of Natalia Silva. She's got the experience. She's got the footwork, the distance management. Her style easily could be a counter to Natalia Silva. But I don't know, man. Rose is just way too inconsistent, and she always loses after winning 3 fights in a row. And she might go 3-0 this year, and if she does and fights Natalia next, I don't know if she beats Natalia. But I mean, all curses aside, if you just put them together, skill for skill, who's better and who would win, it's tough to say because Rose is so sharp with her boxing. And Natalia's never fought someone with the movement and the speed of Rose. But Natalia does have the advantage with better kicks. She could use leg kicks. Honestly, I think it's a really close fight. It's 50-50. It just depends on, if Rose is coming off a loss or if she hasn't reached that third win or not. But generally speaking, I'm going to edge Rose ever so slightly. I think she can get the better of a majority of the exchanges on the feet. I think Natalia might land a lot of nice kicks, but I think when it comes to the hands, I think Rose will do better in terms of that. And she might be able to sneak in a few takedowns as well to win a close fight. But who knows? I could easily be wrong about that one. She might even beat Rose for all I care. But then Macy Barber, I think she beats Barber just because she's got a technical advantage. I think her style is a counter to Macy's style because Macy's the bull, Natalia is the matador. Natalia circles and moves a lot. Barber is ploddy, flat-footed. She pressures forward a lot, but she's more sloppy, not as technical. And I think Natalia can just dance around her, pick her apart. If it's a 5-rounder, I think Barber might have a bit of a chance because Natalia was ever so slightly fading against Jessica. And I think at this point in their careers, Barber is better than Andrade and would have a better chance at finishing Natalia Silva than Jessica did in the late rounds. But either way, I'd say that, Natalia likely just picks her apart, wins a clear decision. Barber tries to clinch her up, maybe attempts some takedowns, but it's not effective because Natalia has like a 91% takedown defense ratio. So I think Natalia wins that. Erin Blanchfield, I think Natalia beats her too because Erin Blanchfield isn't a good striker. She's a good grappler, but her takedowns can be defended. And sometimes she doesn't shoot as frequently as she needs to. Sometimes she kind of relies on luck, like her opponent slipping and then her ending up on top, like what happened to JJ Aldrich. But I don't think she'd get that lucky if she fought Natalia Silva. I think Natalia Silva and her 91% takedown defense could stuff a majority of Erin's takedowns and would have no problem tuning her up on the feet. And I think she would win a very clear and comfortable decision against Erin Cold-Blooded Blanchfield. But now heading into these last 3 opponents for Natalia, where I think she's really going to struggle in this division are against the strikers. That's why I also kind of lean Rose because of how good of a striker she is. And Natalia Silva, she shines against the grapplers with weak hands or the brawlers who lack the technique, like Jessica. And she excels against some of the cans she's been crushing, but she's never fought a really good striker. I mean, the last time she did was Marina Rodriguez, and she lost. And if she fights Manon Fiorot, honestly, I think Manon might beat her. I really do. I think Manon can match the striking. She can match the movement. She can match the kicks. She can match the volume. I think she slightly has a bit more power. She's more well-rounded. And she might, be able to use her strength to maybe bully Natalia in the clinch. I mean, I don't know if she takes Natalia down, but I just think she can take her on the feet. I really do. I really do. I just feel like Fiorot matches so well with Natalia, and I think she has a good style to beat her. So I'm picking Manon Fiorot to win that. And Valentina Shevchenko, I also am taking Valentina to beat her as well because Valentina's got the experience. She's more well-rounded than Natalia. She's also a good striker. I mean, before Natalia Silva was in the UFC, Valentina was regarded as like the best striker in women's flyweight and one of the best strikers in UFC history. So I think in a stand-up, I don't think Natalia would look as good as she's looked against others. And Valentina Shevchenko is very well-rounded, very physically strong, and she does have offensive grappling. And if the stand-up does get a little bit tight, I do believe that she could mix it up. She could grapple and control Natalia Silva on the ground and maybe ride out a decision with her grappling. It's just not a good matchup for Natalia Silva. And Valentina can also play the kicking game and the range game with Silva as well. I just think she wouldn't fall into Natalia's game, and I think she would win. And then Alexa Grasso, I've talked about this before in my live video yesterday. I think Alexa Grasso wins simply because I think her hands are much more superior to Natalia Silva's. I think Natalia would put up a really good fight standing against Grasso. I think she'd land a lot of good kicks, but I think Grasso would just walk her down against the cage. Like I've said many times, Natalia gets pressured very, very easily, and I think Grasso would have no problem walking her into boxing range and landing her jabs, landing her jab 1-2s on Natalia Silva. And I think she could also mix it up and grapple as well. Natalia Silva throws a lot of kicks, spin kicks as well. And if she's not careful, Grasso, like the opportunist she is, she could jump on the back, drag Natalia down, and choke her out. But I think Grasso could win just through her superior boxing. She could use the clinch, dirty box Natalia Silva, and Natalia Silva doesn't have the takedown threat to sort of mitigate or slow down the pressure of Alexa Grasso like Val does. So Alexa, without worrying about a takedown threat, that's going to be pretty dangerous for Natalia Silva to win. So I would say Alexa wins this fight by a very clear decision. But I could also see her getting a finish as well. I do think Grasso would fraud check Natalia Silva. I do think once she starts facing like the top 3 strikers in this division, that's when we're going to see Natalia struggle, and that's when a loss may come. But hey, I could be wrong. What do I know? Maybe Silva beats them all. Maybe she's a future champion. But I do think that she would struggle with Grasso. She would struggle with Manon. She would struggle with Val. And even Rose could beat her. But I do favor her against Barber and Aaron. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. How do you guys think she would do in the top 5 of the division? Do you think she beats everybody? Do you think it's 50-50? Is she a future champ? Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and peace out.